Realistically, I'd love to just punch him in the stomach with all the strength of my body, but we're not talking about that today. We're talking about hotness. What's the lowest we can give?
0.
All right, I'll give her a -1.
There's a wandering stranger outside the building, so if there's any interruptions...
It's Bigfoot, fellas.
I got coffee today.
We're trying to make it look more like a morning show.
Today we're going to be rating popular politicians based on their hotness. We're gonna
come again?
We're gonna take a look at them based on their just how well known they are, because there's a lot of nobodies in politics.
Yep.
So we're gonna be looking at them based on like
we're gonna be deciding how beautiful these damsels and maybe men. I don't know if there is such a thing as a beautiful man, but it can happen. And we're gonna be telling you just how damn hot they are.
Okay, yeah. So we're gonna just on a physical appearance alone, because I don't think there's any point in like doing the whole beauty on the inside thing.
Because nobody believes it anyways.
Yeah, nobody believes it, and when it comes to politicians, it's especially unbelievable.
It's so
yeah, we're going purely based on just straight up physical appearance, okay? Policies, won't have much of an impact on our decision making.
Leave a comment of your ranking in the description below.
At the end of the video, we're gonna show our final scoring for all of the politicians. Politicians, yeah. We're gonna jump right into it then. We have Lori Lightfoot.
Oh no.
The Banshee Queen herself.
The tragedy.
So like on a hotness level, Derek, would you be willing to kiss her?
Wait a second. I wasn't prepped on all this. I have to put my mouth on its mouth? Well, frankly, I see the eyes of a gargoyle.
Well, the thing is, I feel like she's missed a few nights of sleep, like consecutively.
She looks like she's been looking at the sun too long, like just directly. She's just like, it feels good to me.
Her eyelids are very just dark.
Her hair's sort of tragic too. I'd give her an 8.
I
think, you know.
I think we'll start this one off. I will give her a probably a 3.
I'll give her a 0.
A 0?
Yeah, sure. I mean,
All
she
right.
earned it. Next, moving on.
Okay, next we have Dianne Feinstein. Do you know who Dianne Feinstein is?
Not a bit.
Here she is.
Oh no. I first the word that comes to my mind is bulldog, which isn't always a bad thing, but in this case it is.
She's 87 years old.
Well, I guess, you know, for 87, that's not the worst I've ever seen. Well, I guess I gotta scale it, right? Because it's 87. I think I'd give her like a, you know, say she's 87, I'll give her like a 3.
Yeah, like on hotness level.
Yeah, I'll give her a 3.5 based on whatever image you're looking at of her. She varies. Some of her pictures, she looks ghastly. Well, you know, considering she's 87, I'll give her a 4.
I'll give her 4.5. On just
I don't know anything about her.
Just pure hotness.
Yeah, I was gonna give her like a 2, but I thought, well, gotta be nice to be
remember,
old.
it's not.
Well, here, let's base this on.
Going,
if I was an ugly 87-year-old and I saw her, I'd probably give her like a 3. So yeah, a 3. Final answer.
All right. So next up on the hotness list is the man himself, Gavin Newsom.
What the? It's a demon.
Gavin Newsom.
I've seen unlike most of our audience, I've seen him in a Speedo, so I got a little bit of extra, leverage here. He's thick, did you know that?
Now, unfortunately, there's no images of Gavin Newsom shirtless that exist on the internet.
Well, I mean, none that, the average man would have. The problem is I gotta separate him from the politics, Gotta be realistic about it. Can't just be like, well, he's disgusting, so I'll just give him a 0. You can't do that every time. Can I say handsome instead of hotness? Just so I feel better about myself later? Or do I have to call him hot? I mean, his state has a lot of forest fires, so I guess that would make him a 10, am I right? Of us
he is
watching
53.
53. You know what? I'll give him a 7.
He's got the hair.
I mean, if you shave off his head, he looks like your average 53-year-old.
Yeah, his hair is the only thing keeping him going.
Realistically, I'd love to just punch him in the stomach with all the strength of my body, but we're not talking about that today. We're talking about hotness.
That's right.
So I'll give him a 7.
I give Gavin Newsom a 5.
Okay.
I think the hair's great and all that, but
lack of shirtless pictures does take off points, doesn't it?
yeah, it sure does.
Maybe I should revise my answer because of that.
He had the caved in face look that Lori Lightfoot had, that the eyes just sunken in. He just looks tired. Gavin, the babes don't like really tired looking people. They don't like guys with sunken in eye sockets.
I feel weird rating men. Put mine as a 6.8 for Gavin Newsom.
All right.
I just don't want anybody to see a 7.
Next up, we have that girl herself, AOC.
AOC. The C stands for cantaloupe.
The A stands for apricot. And then the O stands for
Orangutan.
orangutans. Yes. There she is.
She has that horse face syndrome.
Yeah.
Which is a syndrome. Her forehead looks like you could slip on it.
So to anyone out there who might come in contact with AOC, don't accidentally step and slip onto her forehead. Yeah, honestly, her hairline thing is kind of just there's nothing interesting happening with her hair. It's just incredibly boring. Yeah. It's just parts straight down the middle, straight down the side. And then sometimes she'll just put it up in a bun. And unfortunately, she's always giving a nagging expression, like she's about to tell you why you're wrong, even though she has no idea what she's going to talk about. And I know that might translate into politics, but she just has that appearance on her face. So it's not good when your politics ends up reflecting in your face.
That's a lot of stuff. Why didn't you just say 5 and move on? Maybe 4.
I'm going to have to give her a 3.5. Dianne Feinstein is hotter than she is.
Yeah, you know what? Well, I thought we were supposed to separate the politics.
I am.
Good. Just making sure, because I didn't hear anything you just said. She does have horse face. And she frankly looks like Charles Manson.
Well, I was saying
so I'm going to give her a, just out of sheer, you know what? The more I look at her, because I didn't really look at these pictures, I don't really look at her face much. I more just look at the background behind her, trying to avoid demonic eye contact.
Yeah.
I'll give her I'll give her whatever you gave her. Yeah, I don't know. She does look like she wants to bite my neck open.
Well, okay, so
I said 4, but you know what? The more I look at her actually, the more I just see the demon within. So I'm just gonna give her just a straight up why even give her anything? All she wants to do is take from me anyways.
What did I just give her, 3.5?
Yeah. The more I look at her, it gets worse.
Really quick, the way she acts in politics translates into her face. How she's always trying to nag something at you, how you should be doing something a certain way, and it just comes off at her face, even when you take the politics out.
Yeah, I'll give her a 2. Final answer. Well, honestly, if you just have me stare at these people long enough, it'll just eventually get down to 0 for all of them. Because the longer we hold these images up, the lower my score gets consistently.
That was a tasty sip.
I'd love to just drop kick AOC's hamstring.
Okay.
Hope AOC sees this and thinks we're actually a threat. Goes on a big rant these threatening young people are saying things. Maybe I should give her a 1. Maybe.
Next up. Now for the current press secretary, Jen Psaki.
Psaki. Saki.
So.
Scrody. I mean, Saki. What? How'd that slip out? What was it? Jen Psaki? So I thought it was Penn Jasaki.
Sorry, I don't know if I know how to pronounce her name.
It's Psaki. Everybody knows that.
It's Jen Psaki.
Definitely. Is it hot in here or is it just Saki? I think it's Saki.
Okay, so here she is.
Nothing much with the hair. Nothing really much with much of any of this, really.
I think it's this particular picture, but if you take away the hair, she straight up looks like a dude.
Yeah, it's not a great look.
Okay, wait, hang on. I need a better picture.
Yeah, Caleb, good luck.
We're
talking Saki here.
I'll give her a 3.5.
I'll give her a pity 4.
Yeah, like her smile.
I'll give her a 4 out of pity.
Her
because she has to cover for Biden, so you know.
Yeah,
I feel kind of sorry for her.
Yeah, unfortunately.
And I emphasize the pitiful.
Her front teeth are huge, like too big. She has those like wild eyes that are either wild or just really tired. What she needs to do is just get more sleep and exercise more. I think that would boost her number up.
It doesn't help that she has like a borderline receding hairline.
Yeah, like, come on. What is with the, like, yeah, Lori Lightfoot, AOC.
I have a better hairline than these ladies. Quote unquote.
Everyone should want to be hot.
Yeah, they just need to wear like, walk around in like booty shorts or something.
Like forget
Lori Lightfoot.
Forget beautiful, forget handsome, forget like the word attractive. Just
how about just forget
hot.
it? Go home. Get out of politics. Leave it to the men. Leave it to men. I don't care if your name's Saki. That doesn't give you one.
That's funny.
What am I, Jen Psaki, pushing my hair out of my face constantly? Like, yes, Biden will be doing things.
All right, so next up we have the Bean Man himself, Bernie Sanders.
Now that's hot. I don't care what you say. Well, he does have a friendly grandpa sort of look. Like, I don't look at him and immediately see evil person who wants me dead. I'll give him the grandpa hotness level of like a 5.
Yeah, I'll give him a...
He's average old man look.
I'll give him...
average old man look. Look! I'm just shaking all of a sudden.
I'm going to give him a 6. I think he could be very, like, just attractive and overwhelmingly hot to, like, many women.
Totally, man. Well, we're not just we're not comparing him to, like, a 20-year-old. We're kind of... On, like, an old man level, I'll give him, like, a 5.
Yeah.
I mean, he's pretty old. What is he, like 102?
Okay.
Oh,
Nancy
no.
Pelosi.
-5. Take them all away. Her face looks like scrotum skin. Why is she always covered in grease? Why is she so greasy? Negative, I don't even know. How low can we go? Negative infinite?
Have you ever
She's
looked at
like
a high-res image
worst.
of her? Like,
He wants... I can smell it. What's the lowest we can give?
0.
All right, I'll give her a -1. The worst. Ew. -10. Final answer.
Yeah, basically on a pure fake level, she's not very hot. Like, I'm going to give Nancy Pelosi a 1.5.
Oh my gosh. High standards. Yeah, right.
Okay. I'm just leaving that little bit of extra room. That
Right before we
someone
recorded,
could be
Caleb leaned up to me and was like, I don't know, my standards are just so high. And then he does this.
Next up.
Okay, here comes the circus. It's back in town. Here we go. Wow. Rubber balloons, tight ropes, all of it. Good. Elephants on giant balls. The circus is here, and it's back. And this time it's stronger than ever.
Okay, Cory Booker.
My son. He never is like fully shaven. He always has that like gray, like...
Yeah, just like...
Like, I don't want to get too close to the skin kind of a guy. But then again, his head's totally bald, which kind of contradicts that. I don't know why he doesn't just shave his eyebrows off, too. And just become a skin man.
Yeah, he could probably do a lot more, specifically, like, grow hair. I don't know if he realizes just how weird he looks as a bald person, because he has that kind of, like, just inflated head look.
Yeah.
You know?
You know what? I'll give him a 3. I don't want to set the bar too low, because you never know who can come up. How old is he?
He's 51.
Oh. Well, you know what? Yeah, I'm going to still give him a 3.
I'm going to give him a 4. Maybe if he had a man bun or something like that.
Yeah, but he doesn't have one, so I'm going to keep my
Yeah,
answer.
well, exactly. If he had a man bun, easy 5.
He always looks like he's, like, looking at, like, a bright light.
What do you mean, like this?
Yeah, he looks like he's seeing like something that no one else can see. Like, don't you see it floating up there? And everybody's like, what are you talking about? He's like, it's nothing.
Mitch McConnell. How hot is he?
He gets a turtle out of 10.
Probably the most turtle-looking human currently living. Does he have any upper teeth?
Let me see if I can do my best Mitch McConnell here for the folks at home.
You have to look tireder. There you go. It's basically on point.
Mitch, I'm sorry, but...
You're not very hot. You're kind of ugly. You look like week old meatloaf.
Yep.
Stuffed inside a turtle shell.
Pretty much. There's so many ways to describe him. It doesn't feel like a 1 through 10 scale is enough. But I'll give him...
I mean, you're way hotter than Nancy Pelosi. Yeah. I'll give you a 3.
Yeah, I'll give him like a 2.9.
Okay, next up is Gretchen Whitmer.
Oh, no. Gretchen Whitmer, you get a 2.
Yeah, honestly, the thing is about her is that I can totally see her looking pretty much exactly like Nancy Pelosi in like 30 years.
Exactly. Plus, she just looks...
She already has like the lips, the hair.
She looks incredibly unauthentic. That's why I give her a 2. I've never seen anything more fake. And her teeth look like they're grinding.
I'll give her a 3.5 of hotness. She just looks like she wants to hurt me.
Yeah,
and she probably would want to if she knew me. She
I have high standards. If you
she'd probably grab me by the face and shove me into the ground.
Grab you by the face and be like,
start chewing on it. Chew on your face like she chews on a raw potato.
Lindsey Graham. No, it's not a girl, even though it's a girl's name. He does have those eyes.
Those are beautiful eyes. Those are the eyes of a prince. Ooh. He does have those prince-like eyes. Gonna have to give him a 6.
Yeah.
He has hot eyes. It's eyes with a Y.
Unfortunately, the whole like saggy cheeks.
Yeah, but you know.
And the cheeks on his face too.
Yeah, all the cheeks.
But
you know what? He doesn't have a big neck gobble.
That is true.
That gives him a little bit of... That helps him out. And his hair is incredibly smooth.
I guess I'd give him 4.5.
I'll give him a 6 for having the most beautiful eyes I've ever seen.
Next up is Amy Klobuchar.
More like Amy Klobuchar.
She ran for president in 2020. Unfortunately, she looks like a nag.
I'll give her a 2 for nagging.
Yeah.
I'm giving like every woman like a 1 or a 2. That's okay.
You hate women.
I think I do. I think I just hate everybody.
Well, no, you have very high standards. See, the thing is, if you're a woman out there, remember, Derek.
If you want to suck face with this, you're gonna have to be pretty damn hot.
You know what it is? It's hard for me because I hate these people. Is what it really is.
See, the thing is, Derek will never lie to your face. That's what you can trust him on. He will always tell you what he thinks, which is better.
If I think you're a 2, I'm going to punch you in the stomach in the face.
Yeah, Amy Klobuchar, though.
It's mostly because I gave Whitmer a 2. Maybe that's my problem. Maybe I should raise Whitmer to a 3. Just change Whitmer to a 3. And then I'll give this one a 3. Dang it, I'm changing my previous scores now. Everything's falling apart.
I'm going to give Amy Klobuchar I'm going to give her a 3. She kind of just looks like a dude in a wig with makeup on.
Oh, that's a good point. She kind of looks like me in a wig.
Yeah, because of the nose. She kind of has the same nose as you, but with like squinty eyes.
Whatever, I'll give her a 2.2.
Okay.
Final answer.
Mitt Romney. He kind of has that shovel spade look. Now, see, the thing is, though, that kind of helps his hairline because he does have a pretty far back hairline, but it also helps with the fact that his head is really long.
Does he have a far back hairline or does he have a really tall forehead?
Maybe both. Mitt Romney, his strategy with his like hotness in terms of attracting people is purely based on him always looking like he's about to cry or something. Like his constant like
it's okay. I'm not gonna cry.
But he thinks like, oh, I'm going to get the babes with my sensitive, emotional man look, but it's not
He
working.
thinks that. He told us that actually over the phone.
Yeah.
We should have recorded that call just so we could prove that. People already know it happened. It's fine. He always talks about talking to us. If you ever watch his podcast, he's always like, Caleb and Derek are going to bite their heads off someday.
Okay, so what's your rating for Mr.
I'm
Mitt?
gonna give him a 5. Average old man.
I give him an average 5.
I'll give him a 5 as well.
He's not particularly appalling when I look at him.
Yeah, he doesn't make me want to vomit mucus up.
He doesn't
my
make me
throat.
wince.
Next one, we have another woman, Maxine Waters.
It's just Black Nancy Pelosi.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to unfortunately say a 1.
I have to give her a. No!
Actually, I say she's slightly worse than Nancy Pelosi, and it's just because of her sagging upper cheekbones.
I'll give her a
With
0.
Nancy, that's the only difference
I'll
between
give
them.
her a 0. At least she's not as greasy as Nancy Pelosi.
That is true.
I'll give her a 0. Why do we keep paying ugly people to do jobs that an idiot could do? A handsome idiot. Or hot. I guess this is hotness.
Okay, yeah, unfortunately, I'm going to have to give her a 1. I don't know why that's unfortunate. It's basically what anyone would give her.
It's fortunate for me.
Picture
Let's look
her-
on the bright
Wait
side.
a second. Maybe we can see something more beautiful. Let's just picture her in a bikini for a
Oh,
second.
gosh. It just makes it worse. You scumbag. Why are you actually trying to imagine that?
Well, I was thinking her walking in a sunset, in a bikini.
With her
or whatever.
skin flapping up and down like a kite. Like a kite made of
Just so
raw
much extra,
chicken.
just. Well, that'd be Nancy Pelosi. Nancy Pelosi's face looks like it's made out of raw chicken skin.
Oh no. It's true. I hope
Maxine
Nancy
Waters
Pelosi
looks like
does-
she has rotisserie chicken skin. So next up we have the man himself, Andrew Cuomo.
Oh no. It's horrible. It's horrible.
He says to call him Andy.
Cut it off.
Cut what off? Said Andy.
Well, I don't know. He seemed pretty popular with the ladies. I mean, maybe I shouldn't judge. But, I give him a 1.
Yes, I'm gonna give him a 2.5.
If I was out in the street and I saw him, I would not trust him to not. I feel like if I saw him, I'd be like, that guy wants to kill me. He'd want to he'd probably pull out a butterfly knife and be like, "You feeling lucky?" I'd be like, "Ah!" He just gets a 1, man.
Yeah, he's not very hot.
He looks like every time he goes home he just be like, he just look at his TV dinner and just go, "I hate you." We're gonna be on some sort of government watch list. Nancy Pelosi's gonna be like, "They didn't say I was hot."
Okay, Ted Cruz or Ted Cruz. How do you pronounce his name?
It's to Cruz.
To Cruz.
He says you call me to Cruzzy. He says that he calls himself Cruzzy T.
He has those little 8-year-old eyes, you know.
Yeah. He doesn't look like he wants to kill me directly, at least. I mean, I could imagine him hiring a hitman, just because he has that look. Can't help it.
Yeah.
Well, he could help it. That beard makes him look like he has people killed. I don't think he would though. He does have that sort of my hands are clean, but my plate isn't. He's got a slick look. That's it's hard to pass that.
I'm gonna have to give him a 6, just because
I'm gonna give him a 6.2.
He's a definite step above Mitt Romney.
Plus, he looks like he could body slam the hell out of somebody.
Even though he has child eyes and tiny lips.
Yeah.
Yeah, Ted Cruz looks like that, the one kid in the group that
He looks like he's the kid in the group who's like, I got a plan, and that doesn't work.
He's like Fred from Scooby-Doo with the first trap attempt to catch the ghost.
Yeah.
It doesn't really go well.
Yeah.
Okay, so now we have
Yeah, what do we got? What do we got? Yeah.
the bullfrog himself, Governor Pritzker.
Oh no.
Wait, what's his? I don't know his first name. Oh, it's
Pritzker.
just J.B. Pritzker.
Is
Is it Jiggle Balls Pritzker?
Oh my god. I wasn't ready for that. Yeah, he looks like if you cut him open, green goo would come out.
He looks tired. And
he's got a nice stack of hair, though.
He looks like he's eating way too much Burger King.
He looks like a guy who goes to like KFC and he's like, all I want are legs.
Unfortunately, I can't like think of anything that could be actually hot.
Well, his hair's pretty nice.
Oh, that is true.
We got to be real about that.
The hair. I forgot the hair.
He gets a 2.
Okay, yeah, I'll give him a 2.
He gets
pure hair.
Yeah. Try to find a picture of him where he doesn't look like he's oozing.
Yeah, unfortunately, I can't find any. Every picture is an oozing picture of him. We have another governor of South Dakota, Kristi Noem.
Now I gotta say, that's hot. Let's just be real. Can we be real for a second?
Well, that's what we're all about.
Let's get real here. She hasn't returned any of my letters, but I think she likes me.
But she does have those weird, like, kind of eyes.
But she has smiles.
Dang it, her hair is just so shampooed. I mean, look at it.
It's getting hot here. I mean, gee, everything's getting kind of blurry and white. I'm not going to say she's beautiful, but I mean, she's beautiful. Am I blushing? Or is everything just going red?
She gets an 8.
Yeah, I'll give her a 7.5.
You scumbag. That's my goddess you're talking about.
How old is she? 40. 49. So she's the same age as like Cory Booker.
And she doesn't look like she sees something that no one else can see.
She's so far, I think, maybe the only one out of everyone, sorry, Cruz, that works out or exercises.
Put me out of my misery. Show me, Miss Piggy. Show me.
Next up, Kamala Harris.
Her neck looks like a...
I don't want to say anything that might get this demonetized, but it looks like scrotum.
Yeah, her neck is just so wrinkly. She must like just literally just sit around going like... stretching out her neck skin.
Yeah, like the upper part of her face like looks fine structurally.
Maybe she's
but
like
it just like melting as it gets to her jawline.
Maybe she's like a biological, like, what do you call it? Like a skin farm. Like,
yeah.
Was she like ever like super fat, like in the neck, and then she lost a bunch of weight, and then she has all this neck skin?
She's a frog.
How old is she? She has so much neck skin.
Like, here's another picture. Look at her neck.
She has so much neck. Her neck looks like a prune. Maybe she looks like she just like held like her neck underwater for like 10 years. And it just pruned.
Yeah, another picture. Wrinkly neck.
The wrinkly neck thing. I don't know. It's kind of gross. I mean, maybe I'd chew on her neck, but that doesn't really say anything about how good she looks.
I'm going to give her a 4.
Yeah.
Maybe a 3. No, I'm going to give her a 4. She doesn't have the caved in eye syndrome.
I'll give her a 3.62.
Wait, what?
3.62.
Okay. We have the President of the United States, Joe Biden. Supposedly the president.
He's old. I'll give him that. Joe Biden. Yummy, yummy. Well, considering he is just an old guy, I'll give him like a 4 on the old man scale, like a little bit below average. Because he's not as old as Bernie Sanders, but he looks like it.
He looks angry. He looks like he wants to like take away my game system and then like break it in half.
He looks like he wants to take away my game system and rub his butt cheeks on it.
Yeah, honestly, like his lack of awareness kind of dissolves some of his like hotness as far as like self-confidence goes, because self-confidence is an indicator of hotness. Now, as far as bias goes, because most of the subjects have been like Democrats and whatever, but we have Democrat for president, Democrat for basically everything. There's a lot of Democrats out there. And they're just so special about the way they look. Oh, I give Biden a 5.5. I mean, like, he's like above average hotness. I mean, like, when he starts sniffing you. Bonus person, we're going to rate the absolute just steamy hotness.
This one might be the hottest. Ah! It's an ogre! Ah! This one's I don't know what it is, but it's sure ain't a 10! Ah!
Rachel Levine.
It's a Shrek.
I'd give her a 9.
Oh, I don't know about that. It's the ugliest thing I've ever seen.
Rachel Levine.
Rackle, if you prefer.
I'm gonna have to give this thing a 1.
I'm gonna have to give this one
or 0. Like, congrats, you're less attractive than Nancy Pelosi.
Yeah, I don't. Yeesh. I'll give Dr. Rackle, doctor, quote unquote. It hurts too bad to give. I give Rachel Levine like nothing. It gets nothing. It doesn't even get a negative. It gets some sort of empty void of any sort of rank, of any sort of level, of any attractiveness. I give it a green ooze out of 10.
Okay, well, in that case, I give a mixture of clear and brown ooze out of 10.
That's pretty bad.
With like bits of like
Corn.
corn and chunks.
A brown, clearish, corn, chunky ooze. And I give it a green ooze.
Well, that was fun.
That was fun. No, it wasn't. That was horrible. We have to bleach my eyeballs, as they say. I'm gonna have to take a steel wool brush over my eyeballs after this.
We're gonna have to have some major therapy and recovery sessions.
This is why all these politicians are so hateful, because they have to look at each other's ugly faces all the time.
And look in the mirror when they wake up.
They wake up and they look at themselves and they go, why?
The unfortunate part that degrades most of these people's hotness is the lack of exercise.
They look like the kind of people that'll be like, I exercise, I gotta shake weight.
Yeah, like everyone.
Yeah, that's what they kind of look like.
I could see Ted Cruz just sitting there with the shake weight, you know?
Yeah.
Gavin Newsom, he probably uses one of those stupid yoga balls or whatever.
Gavin Newsom looks like one of those people who does like push-ups where they put their hands up on like a yoga ball and they like barely bend their arms.
So my advice to all the politicians out there, remember, you got to eat healthy and you got to exercise. It was quite fun rating politicians based on their hotness. We'll be sure to do it again sometime.
No, maybe we'll do it in like 50 years when there's new politicians.
Or maybe just 2.
Yeah, these people are pretty old.
Yeah, man. I hope that when I am old and haggard, I can look as beautiful as Nancy Pelosi.
You were
I'll sip with you.